Oh, right, there's the clips there. Sometimes they get bent, you just got to watch it when you put them back in again. And here, these are little spring clips. Sometimes they fall out, so make sure they go back in, like that. So you've got to make sure you line all these up when you put them back in. Anyway, right, obviously the motor's not here, I've removed it. I'll go and get the new one. This is a little rubber grommet, goes through to the outside, and let's get the new one on. I'm going to show you how to do it.
Let's move on, because it's time to move on.
Here's my nice new one. Well, it's used, but pretty good condition. So I'm going to just check to make sure it all works. The motor goes through this little hole here, which goes to the outside. I've just got a bit of tape on there to stop any water getting in temporarily. It pushes through and it sits like that, basically. That tube goes on there, so I can just remove that one. That doesn't need to be there. That's it. That will go in there, like that. That will plug in there. And then that will go in there. Right, I'm just going to leave it there just now. I'm going to go see if it moves. Obviously I've taken the wiper blade off. I didn't do a video for removing it, but you can work it out from how I've installed it, what you need to do on that. And here's the wiper. But first of all, I'm going to test to make sure this works. Sounds good, it's working. Going to make sure that it's spinning. There we go, you can see the bolt moving, look. You see that? So obviously the wiper blade is going to sit on here. It's going to go backwards and forwards, and that's all good. Get a little close up there. Happy days. Now I was going to remove the old one, strip it all down, but for the cost of what they are second hand, I didn't bother. You'll probably find that the motors, the brushes are worn. You need to maybe replace those, but it's a fairly sealed unit, so I thought I'd just get a second hand one instead. My tip is, when you're buying second hand, always get genuine, don't get aftermarket ones. Electrically, they never seem to work as well. So let's get this back on. So I've plugged it all in. I've got the tube here. This is what feeds the water. It goes through, comes out through a little nozzle at the end there. It then pushes on the inside of the, there's a cover which will then direct the water down to the windscreen. So let's put it back in again, and we can put it all back together. Good. That's all good. Right. This is a little cover that goes on the outside of the windscreen wiper, like this, and then when the water squirts on the inside, it just basically dribbles down the window. Simple as that. Okay, these screws here, there's 3 of them. That's what's going to go in there, and it's got a little rubber surround. Torque 30. Okay, easy as that. That's all solid, that's all good, that's all connected in, tested, commissioned. So what I'm going to do now is I need to remove these 3, which I think are 10 mils, and that will allow me to remove the outer trim, which in turn will allow me to put the windscreen wiper back on again. These have got a washer which is encapsulated. Now we got these taken off, we can then close the boot lid and we can get to the all important trim which is needing to be pushed back. So if you open the bottom tailgate, you can kneel on it. Basically I've got the lower bit down, and then I can just stand on that. Show you why in a minute. There it is. The reason it was jamming is on the inside here you've got these what they call keyhole openings, and you need to get it just right, just so that this rubber grommet here is right on the centre, and then you can lift it up. So you push it back this way and then lift it up. Just be careful of this cable on the top here. That's for the brake light, but you can just sit it on the top like this. Now I can access the all important wiper. Let's get it on here. So you need to make sure you get this in the right position. There's a spline which you can position just in the right place, and once you've got it there, like that, it's a good idea just to loosely tighten this. You don't want to over tighten it, but just enough so it holds it in place. These are 13, yeah, 13 then. Enough to hold it. Okay. That is pretty good. Should go again, he says. Yeah, you want it to be so in this position, because when you put the cover back on, it's got to hide like this. Okay, so I've decided that I'm going to move it up just ever so slightly. So I've taken off the nut, just wiggle it slightly. There we go. And now put it back in here. I want it to sit so it's nice and tucked away. I think that should do it. Put the nut and the washer back on. Try it again. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That sits really nice. Let's test the water, see if that works. This will probably squirt out that way, but it has a cover that basically clips on like this, and you push it down. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to see if the water comes out. There we go. See that? One more time. That works. Oh, that goes quite far. Right, all I've got to do, put this cover on, I'm going to put a nice little bit of grease on here because obviously with the water sitting on this it will end up corroding in there, and inevitably always do, so a bit of grease will keep it good for a little while. It's quite good because you can see where you put it, and it lasts quite a long time as well. As this bit's not really seen, it doesn't matter if you can't, if you put too much grease on, it's fine. When I got this car, this was all rusted up, so with a bit of maintenance like this, we'll just keep it nice. Good. Wipe off the excess. Beautiful. That'll do. Good. Right, let's get this cover back on. That's it. There's two flanges on that plastic. Just going to make sure that they're both in. Yeah, see the top one's out. There you go, that's better. That's better. Good. Is that all in? Sorted. One. Okay. Good. And we just put the 3 nuts back on from underneath. Back to the 10mm. Just do them loosely until you got them all in. And by the way, don't subscribe if you don't like this video, but if you do like it, great, thanks. Subscribe all you want. I enjoy doing it, I enjoy helping people. If it saves you money, then it makes me smile. That's pretty much it. By all means, say what you want in the bit below, as they say, and I will read them with delight. Any advice, happily look forward to reading it. Right, now, I like to take my gloves off for this bit because you always end up getting marks on this trim. So just make sure when you put it back on that these are all nice and straight again. Sometimes they can bend. In fact, one snapped off there in the middle. So you need to line them all up before you put it in, which can be a bit of a pain. Just a little bit. Right. Okay. It's on. It is a bit tricky. I found by having it in this position first and then swinging it up, so getting the top ones on and then bringing it in, that way you can make sure that they're all lined up, otherwise you're just going to bend them. But all in all, not too bad. So you can use this video to actually remove the windscreen wiper now that you can see how it goes back on. It's just basically in reverse to what I've done by fitting the new one. And the finished product should be that you can't see the wiper blade, it's tucked in underneath, It's going to sweep down, obviously. You can see the evidence mark here. And the water, when you put the water thing on, is just going to trickle down on the inside. And that is it. Hope you liked it.
Let's move on, cause it's time to move on.